Hopefully this finding people in a good place. Of course, getting my analytics going. And we're gonna hit the like. It's gotta like our own stuff. Who's gonna like it if we don't like it ourselves, right? What is up, Sharuk? What is going on? I'm just trying to get these things started so we can jump into it. How was your match yesterday? Oh, you have a headache? Yeah, those aren't fun. Did you get enough water yesterday, or hopefully you didn't hit your head? Did you hit your head? Well, I wouldn't call it lazy. I would call it like a rest. Sounds like you need some rest. Everybody does. I am just getting my analytics going. Just trying to get this stuff going so I can share it to the Facebook page, and then we'll get to it. You don't have practice today, do you? Or a scrimmage or a game? Good. Good. Take that rest. Okay. All right, we got 4 people watching and 2 thumbs up. Something's off here. 4 people watching, 2 thumbs up. There we go. There we go. Let's get those likes. It does help the channel. Yep, I will go ahead. I gotta get this started. Thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you. It's still a little dark out, so we'll throw some extra light on this situation. Is the audio okay? Can you hear me okay over here. All that good stuff. What did we do the other day? We did the all that good stuff with the with leg on the side, laying on the back. We did that yesterday for leg stuff. Like vintage lights, yellow color. Yeah. I'm going to sit with this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm not sure if I want to use this one or not. I think maybe for sitting. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I may use something other than that thick band. I may need to swap out, but come right over and hit the push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let me see if I can find something else. I'm going to see if this works. What's up, mister? Can I do calisthenics? Yeah, a lot of what we'll do will be calisthenics related. This is day 139 straight days of push-ups. 100 push-ups, 10 sets of 10. Today I'm adding in, I've been piecing together legs all week. So I did squats one day. I did some hip stuff yesterday. Today I'm doing adductors and abductors with the push-ups. So some days I'll do jumping jacks. I mean, we'll mix it up. But the crux of it is the 100 push-ups. So you're welcome to join the channel. Any specific calisthenics you're talking about. And if you join the channel, there's a whole bunch of videos of like a lot of different things that you can see that are calisthenics related. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Strook says, yeah, buddy, lightweight, baby. Yep. Yeah. Light and gradual. Light and gradual. Oh. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. There's 2 there. Yeah, Shroop knows we don't have to go crazy for it to be a workout. Body just needs to know that it's been through something. And that's why you see a lot of laborers, construction workers, farmers, even landscapers are in exceptionally good condition because they're moving for hours and hours, if not lifting, if not walking. So they're in a really good state of health and fitness. And that's without it being considered calisthenics. They are just moving their body a lot. I need to start with the squeezes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 minutes, I will be back. No worries, Sharuk. Hey, you take your time. I know you're not feeling well today. Hey, good morning, guys. If you're watching, likes do help build the channel. So today is Friday, and we're having a good adductor, abductor day. 7, 8, 9, 10. And, of course, the 100 push-ups. So, welcome to join. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Mister, are you still here or did you take off? Still watching or did you take off? Sometimes when new viewers come in and will ask or request certain things, understand the channel has already, by the time I get doing something, it's already put in play. I don't mind asking these questions or sharing things or showing things, but once we're headed towards a certain direction, that's what we're going to do for the day. So, Mister, if you have something specific that you wanted to see, we can certainly look at that, but to just restructure the whole workout and say, well, we're going to do that instead. Yeah, we're probably going to stay on what we came in with in mind. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But that shouldn't keep people from asking. It should just mean that ask with the expectation that we're not just doing requests. That would be a whole different live. That would be like a Patreon sort of thing, where if you want to see burpees or something, we would just sit and do exercises requested. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And this band around the legs, right under the knees, be able to kind of loop it and then just hold it, is great for that adductor. So you guys know the machines where you sit in the gym and got the pads here and you got to squeeze your knees together. That's what the blue thing is doing. The one where you sit and you got the pads out here and you squeeze it out, that's what the band is doing. So again, there's a lot of things you can do at home that emulate those things. It may not be perfectly the same, but it's the principle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Two 7K. I'm in the States, sir. Where are you at? Good morning and welcome to the channel, by the way. Where are my manners for that? And we're on day 139 of 100 push-ups. So I'm doing 10 sets of 10, but today I'm also doing adductors and abductors with the push-ups. So we get a little something in, not just the 100 push-ups. So yeah, definitely give me a roll call. Where are you from? New Zealand, nice. Got a couple guys that will tune in from New Zealand. Shout out to Rory. He just had a baby, but he's out in New Zealand. We respectfully call you guys the Maori connection, the Maori warrior connection. But man, yeah, we'd love to have you as a subscriber. All the brothers out there have been super cool. So always enjoy good energy, man. Do you do any sports? Any workouts? 5, 6, 7, 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No sports, just gotten back into working out. Nice. Well, like I always say, like the universe and the algorithms, they don't get it wrong. So we get to meet for a reason. So salute to you for saying what's up. And again, we'd love to have you on the channel. I'm not sure how well this works out because I know it's kind of like what, 1 o'clock your time, 1 a.m. So it may not be all that user friendly. But there's other videos, shorts, and stuff like that. But we'll probably look into rugby league again soon. Dope. I played rugby for 1 season out here. I was a wing, and I loved it. I loved it. Loved. I don't think we had any guys from New Zealand, but a lot of Islanders. Work nights. Salute to that. I know how that goes. I worked many nights, worked a graveyard for almost a decade. I know exactly how that feels. And your workout schedule sometimes is backwards. Like I would be working out, doing my push-ups and squats at work at lunch in the middle of the night. So that way I could go home, be rested, get some sleep during the day because it's already hard enough to. So, man, I know where you're coming from. What kind of work is it? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Work at gas station. I have my dumbbells. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. There's no reason you can't do work while you're at the job. I look at those as different things. I go to a job, but here we put in work or wherever you're at. So one of the things we say here is the world is a gym. So man, I'm loving that. I love that. People make reasons or excuses or whatever for why they can't get things done, and it's possible. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hey, I appreciate it. It's reciprocal, man. It's reciprocal. When people come in on that good energy where you can dap it up, pull it in, give that hug and handshake, I'm about that. I am about that life. No thug life. I'm hug life. It's all right. I'd rather show love than aggressions. Loving that, man. That is awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know, the best part is we have this. We'll definitely tune in whenever I get a chance. It gets pretty boring nights. I feel you. And you'll get to chat with a lot of people from around the world. So I didn't think I was going to do this. But there's guys, other people from New Zealand, a couple others, guy in Australia, a couple guys in Australia who tune in, the UK. We've got people in Canada, here in the States, South Asia, India, Germany. It's crazy. So it's cool because it's really like we all came because it's a fitness channel, but then we sit and talk about just like regular life stuff too. No worries, man. I'm in the southwest. I'm like in the desert part. I'm actually like right above Mexico. So it's the dry desert part of the US. And don't worry, man, I do it all the time. So I'll see your name and I'll know it, but then I'll be like, where'd you say you were from again? I think I'm gonna get a map and just take a pin and put all the subscribers like from different parts of the world. I want to be able to see and remember where you guys are at, hear about your families, all that stuff. What spot did you play on in rugby? Where were you at? Is that just like rec league, or is it like a pro league? Is it for university? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fullback and wing, guys. So you got some speed. That was kind of like the only thing that helped me was, speed. I was bigger, but I didn't know the game at all, and I was so used to playing American football that everything was like the opposite. But I loved it. I wish I would have played it sooner and was able to play it longer. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Different version of rugby? Okay. How does it what's the difference? It's rugby. Just every tackle has a phase and you get 5 phases before handover. Ooh, okay. Is that kind of keep the game going rather than just them dragging it out, like going little bit by little down the field? I'm sure that forces the action a lot more. Hey, Make with Mike, top of the morning. Like the video, he says. Yes. Hey, 27K. Mike is a regular on the channel. He's got his own content. He's in Florida, in the U.S. as well. Mike 27K is here from New Zealand. We're just chit-chatting a little bit about rugby. After every tackle, you get to stand back up, but yeah, practically speeds the whole game up. That's an interesting take on it. I do kind of like that. And I think it probably, yeah, I like that. I do like the notion of that. I would play again. I'm just trying to recover from some injuries and health stuff, but I would love to play again. I went out and played in a league. It was like a tournament, but you got to be in shape. You definitely got to step out on the pitch in shape. And the last time I played, I was kind of, sort of, but not really. Not in like rugby shape where you're at practice running all the time and doing the drills and stuff. And staying sharp with those tackling skills. If you're not sharp with your tackling skills, it can be a problem quickly. Yeah, rugby is very injury prone. I was really fortunate not to get injured. Very fortunate. And you know, when you're out there with, you know, some really large guys, it's not hard. It's not hard to get injured. What's up, Julian? Julian in the house. Hey, Julian, 72K is new. Came in from New Zealand. So just swooping in, and we're just chopping up, talking about rugby, sports. Man, the man works at a gas station overnight and takes his dumbbells to the job to get his work in. There's also rugby sevens, which I did play, just 7 on the field. Yeah. I think I was sevens, and that's a faster game. That's almost like 3-on-3 half court basketball, where you got to cover a lot more ground. I'll have to I'll have to find a way to post the video. It might be on this channel. I have 2 channels, but I tell a story of how we're either ending the half or the game, and the other team kicked the ball and it went into the try zone, and my whole team was yelling, "Don't touch it! Don't touch it! Don't touch it!" And I picked it up anyways because I was just so instinctively used to it. And then I ran it out, but I went for 105 on the try. But shouldn't have touched it. I shouldn't have picked it up in the first place. But turned into a funny story because it was like, I don't think anybody was expecting me to actually take it. So, but I have the video of the actual try, and then I kind of edited in me talking about it. Right, Julian? Hey, when you're taking dumbbells to work, you're committed. You are committed. And even bands, or if you just do the push-ups yourself, Julian, I had no business. And crazy part is when I was kind of half jogging it out, because people were just like looking like, what's he gonna do? One of my teammates that was there, he's like, you better score then. And yeah, so I was like, okay, let me just see what I can do, and pulled one out of my hat. But yeah, definitely shouldn't have touched it. Morning, John. John, we got 27K in the house from New Zealand. We got Make with Mike in the house. We got Julian Bernie in the house. Sharuk was here. He said he'd be back. So we got a good thing going this morning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good to see you, sir. John is at 60 and still at it. 2K said, yeah, we had a couple of Americans come through my high school, and it was always a good laugh to see the instincts of football on the rugby field. It is completely opposite, man. I could not stay away from that line, and they were like, Spider, back up, back up, back up. Like, I'm not used to being that far back to come up and make a tackle and things like that, but aside from the sport itself, I loved how the community was. It's an actual culture. American football is, but not in the same way that rugby was, at least out here. Rugby, they're both team sports, but rugby to me embodied a lot more. As far as camaraderie, things like that. Just, I mean, even pub songs and stuff like that. You host the team that comes to play for the match, stuff like that. And I do like the tackling, safer tackling, but you got to be aggressive. You got to put your face in it. I can imagine. My biggest thing was 35 push-ups on dumbbells with Mike. Nice. Are you doing them dumbbells on the ground, straight wrist? Like to hear that. Was throw the ball, the spin. I could kind of do it from one side, but the other, it was wobbly. And, we're used to throwing like footballs, baseball. So it's weird how the mechanics of something, because there were young kids who knew how to toss the ball, and there were grown men who would come in whistling hard from a long distance too. And I never got that down. And I used to go out and practice all the time. Julian says, dumbbells. I was thinking about taking them out fishing, but I figured I'd get hurt. Big wave, hit the boat, Oh, you're going to take them on your boat? Mike says, yes, on the ground. Julian, yeah. I need to see that one. I need to see a man doing dumbbells on a fishing trip. That's awesome. Mike, I used to do those. We'd do those, and then we'd do what was called the renegade row. So you do the push-up, come back up, and then lift the dumbbell, push up, lift the dumbbell. You guys are piquing my interest and sparking some memories. I need to get back to some of these things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, it's not a bad one, Mike. And it, depending on how heavy those are, but you don't have to go super heavy. That's the cool part about it. Sometimes it's the balance and mechanics of it, because it's going to give you some core stability work, because you got to do this. So then this arm has to stabilize. Boom, put that back down. Boom. And I always felt it in the core, because you really want to hold that midsection still. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yay. Mike says, just did another set. I did what you said with the dumbbells coming back up. I had the dumbbell set in the diagonal position this time instead of vertical. Yeah, you can kind of change up the grip on it too. It's kind of like those push-up boards where you see it'll help hit different areas. So absolutely. I say it's all on the wrist when it comes to a rugby pass. Then almost a side throw with a medicine ball from one side to the other, then flick it. Yeah, it was, but no, it does make sense. Yeah, I was always in awe of how that ball was coming in such a tight spiral, almost the way you could throw this way, but they're doing it this way, on a full run on top of it. Just, yeah, loved it. Love to see all of the athletes out there. And again, everybody's super cool. Brothers from the island. I think there was a couple guys from the UK, things like that. So places where it really helped make the culture what it was, even in a place in the States, because they were bringing the actual culture. It's like somebody bringing actual food or spices from where the dish is from. With one hand. Okay. Is that with just on the end and then just push like that? Do you push and flick like that? I think I was trying to do both. And yeah. The second hand is really just to add extra spin. I got to get out there and do that. That was actually one of my warm-ups for my running days, my sprinting days. I would just take the ball out, boot it ahead of me, and then just go and pick it up. It helped warm up my body. Getting like the bend and the kind of the jog to warm up the hand-eye coordination. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Holding the middle. Give me just a sec, guys. There we go. There we go. So this one is flat. Too much squeeze to it. So definitely need some air, which tells you how long it's been. Looks like it's got a little busted seam here, so I don't know if that means it's flat from that or flat from there. So holding here in the middle and then spinning from the end. A lot of people here already know how to throw the ball from left to right. Yeah, I can imagine. I can absolutely imagine. And I would imagine your fitness level is crazy as well. Because it's like soccer, because there's that potential to be in constant motion. Whereas American football has designated like breaks and things like that. That was the other thing I liked, was it was kind of like a war of attrition. Hold on the middle with the outside hand. This one, am I holding it like that? Or am I holding it on the outside? No, I think it's like this. Okay. Yeah, but you guys are coming from way across, so boom, boom, boom. And then there was just that flick of the wrist. Try the other way, as in this direction, or spinning the other direction. left to right. This was the side I had problems with. What in the middle? I'm gonna have to work on that. Yeah, the first way, absolutely. And so that made it tough too, because then being on wing, I had to make sure I would switch so I could be on the side that I could flick it back to the left. Mike says thumbs up. Julian says my body told me he wasn't quite sure if it was 42 or 43 days, but they were on water 40 days out of that time. Man. Whew. 27K says, yeah, you want to hold it tight, then flick it out. Mike says the video and share the link to this live. Next set now. Nice. Kind of slingshot it, then flick it at the end of the throw. All right. I'll have to keep working on that. It's a good hand-eye coordination sort of thing, and just a new skill, like just being able to learn something new. We should always strive to learn something new or work on something new. And it doesn't have to be life-changing for the betterment of humanity or something. It's just something that you go out and accomplish, little things. Julian says your buddy. Yeah, 40 days on the water, man. That's a long time. That's a long time. Where are you guys going? Is that out in the what body of water are you going out into? Football, yeah. Football's cool. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do like the sport. I would recommend like flag first, kind of understand the rules of the game, get used to what it is. But even putting on some pads and a helmet, it's a good sport, and I don't take stuff away from it. Manu Gaming 06 says, do you like girls with big muscles? I just like nice people. If the girls have big muscles, then so be it. If you're talking about like dating them, I couldn't say. I've never been around any girls with like big muscles to say, but generally I put it on their character. How are they as a person, rather than what they look like? Because I wouldn't want somebody to do that to me. You look a certain way, so I like you only because of your hair or because of your tattoos or something. No, I don't know the Juventus team. Manu Gaming, where are you coming to us from? Good morning. Welcome to the channel. The rules always confused you. Which part, 2K? 27K? Julian says, scallop fishing there every week to unload. So you're going out there for work? Is that work related, or are you guys just chilling? You're from Italy? Hey, come stai? Come stai? I don't know much Italian, but that's my little bit. Just all of them in general. Yeah, it's there's some different rules for sure. So Mangu, Mangu Gaming, do you prego. Do you have a gaming channel? Is that what you have? You show video games? You gaming? Do you do any workouts or anything? And you are welcome to join the channel. We do this. We go live every day. So we sit and chat about like different things. We got 7K from the great area of New Zealand. We got Julian, we got John, we got people from the States, from India. We got all sorts of different folks here. So we got a good thing. Just do a lot of chatting. If you're into gaming, some of the other guys are as well. So there's people will be talking about that. Yeah, 2-7. I think it's one of those things like when you grow up in it, it kind of makes sense, but then when you see it from a different aspect, it's like, what are they doing? What is that? And why do they do that? I can remember as a young kid, why are they running the ball like right into everybody, not realizing the blocking scheme was supposed to open a hole? You have a channel where you play football or video games? Okay. And when you say football, I'm guessing it's what Americans call soccer, not the actual football with helmets and stuff like that. Not American football. 2-7. The rugby scene is the rugby scene big in the United States? Would love to stop into a league somewhat and show some things, learn some things too. It's better than it was. Rugby was like really kind of one of those things. Even now, people will, if you tell me you played rugby, it's almost like you're unique to most people. There are pockets where it's been, it's a very culture thing. The team that I played for, the club that I played for, had been playing here in the States, I want to say since like the 70s. Like we had old guys that were coming out to the matches and supporting and, yelling stuff from the sidelines. We had some old dogs out there. So it's been around, but it was a very small pocket. It wasn't popular. So you'll see rugby, the World Sevens. They'll show that. As a matter of fact, I think they had the Rugby World Sevens here in Vegas a few years ago. I do like Italian food. And Julian says that Manu Gaming, most women look good like that. Yes, most don't get that big until there's that stuff that's not good for you, juiced up to the gills, right? No, I've never been to Italy, but I would like to. And I've been invited to go twice, so I need to go. Once by a guy, I was doing some language videos that helped Italians learn to speak English. I was in these videos, and the man who was doing those videos and putting them out in Italy, I think it was called In Lingua, he invited me to come out to Italy. And then another friend that I've just met over the years, I've known him for many years over social media, has said I should go to Italy as well. So I would like to travel and check out Italy. Have you been to the States? 2-7 says the USA team done real good in the last Rugby World Cup, which was cool. How do you guys look at that? Are we like the new guys or the imposters, or do you like seeing teams like the U.S. come out and do work like that? Because who did we have? Carlin Isles, I guess, was the one guy, the really fast guy. But from what I understood, couldn't tackle. He was super fast, but wasn't like a great tackler. Julian says fishing. I haven't did it much, but it's definitely work. 16 to 20 hour days. Man, yeah, that is work. That is work. Guys, I'm not crazy. Tapping my back with this helps kind of like with the itching and stuff like that. Sometimes these flies or the mosquitoes are trying to take a bite out of my tasty. We can't have that. Can't have that. Maybe next year you'll go to New York. Nice. I think that's the spot everybody goes to if they come to the States. Everybody wants to go to New York. I don't know where I would go if I went to Italy. Where's a good spot to go to Italy? 2-7 says, now it's cool to see other countries improve, because for years it's really been only 3 or 4 big countries in the Rugby World Cups. It got boring, right? New Zealand, the All Blacks. I have an All Blacks jersey, actually, or All Black shirt, I should say, not an actual jersey. I believe it was South Africa, England, France, Australia was kind of in the mix. But yeah, you're right. There aren't other teams. It's kind of like, I love track. I love watching track, but it does get boring when you see the same teams in the relays or the sprints and stuff like that. So when you see someone like China pop up and they've got a dude who's, in the 100-meter finals. I'm kind of pulling for that. Like, I want to see this guy pull this off. That happened a handful of years ago. It's probably maybe 10 years ago now. That Chinese guy who won the 110-meter hurdles. I think it was like in the Olympics. That was crazy, like unheard of. But goes to show, like, that's why I love, like, just watching people put in work. Japan's been doing well recently. Yeah, I'd love to go check out Japan. I don't know, something about the culture from what we see, at least. So we were talking about this the other day, like places to travel. I said, I just want to go someplace where it's peaceful and the culture is accepting of other people from different cultures. Julian says, crazy thing is, my dad did fishing until he was 71. People was convinced he was crazy. Such a hard worker. Shout out to your father. Shout out to your father. That's that demographic of men who pass on like a lot of hard values, hard-learned values and hard-earned values. For sure. Japan showed you just need some good coaches and know the game like the back of their hand. Yeah. And I think Japanese athletes are slept on as well. I'm seeing a lot of displays of speed, like in relays and other sports and things like that. I think they just had to come out of their shell and start learning other sports. I think you're right, because we get a lot of really high quality baseball players here that play in the state. So it's just a matter of getting around the people who know the sport. All my coaches and lived and breathed rugby. Yep. Now I go, but I will subscribe. And the next time that you will post a live, I will come. Hey, thank you so much. Prego. Grazie. Grazie. And we go live every day. Manu Gaming. So for your subscription, we're going to knock out 20 push-ups as well. And same thing for you as well, 7K. We knock out push-ups for subscriptions. We got to earn them. All right. Bye. Arrivederci. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. North of 40. That's what I always tell people. I'm north of 40. So we're maintaining. We're just trying to maintain. That's why it sounds wild still thinking about like going back and playing rugby. But I appreciate it. Yeah. So now trying to kind of find this balance of like not beating the crap out of myself, but still getting out and being able to be competitive and do stuff. So they have 35 and older out here. They call them old dog tournaments. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Well, I always ask people older than me, like, what was their secret? And what I've come down to is clean living for the most part. That's where I'm at. And then have a lot of peace in your life. Get away from the stressful people. I don't like using the word toxic, but just get away from stress, get away from drama, get away from energy that you don't have to spend in an aggressive way. Like, just be in your peaceful state, man. It is so much easier to live life that way. And if I can have learned it the hard way to pass it on so others don't have to, I'm grateful to have done so then. That way we don't have to see more people making the same mistakes that don't need to be made. You know, that's honestly where it comes from. Nope. And I'm gonna pull my chair up like the OGs do. Let me talk to you, youngin. But it's not just like those reckless friends or whatever, or just not fighting that person who you don't know. This is like, look, if your girl, she can be a baddie, she can be beautiful, but if she's a headache, you gotta go. She gotta go. If your job may pay well, but if you go in and you really don't enjoy it, not the job itself, but if you got to deal with people or it's carrying home with you where you're not even enjoying your time away from the job, you got to swap out. Don't let these things get to you. I'm going to try to wipe my lens off. Don't let these things get to you, because you only get one life and one health. So you got to live that with some happiness. Got to live that with some happiness. And while we all got bills to pay, we got responsibilities and things like that, we still got to be responsible to ourselves and put ourselves in the best positions to have that great balance of saying, okay, I enjoy what I do, and I can pay my bills, I can earn my way, and that's good. But a lot of times I see people just doing way too much to try to chase the bag and things like that, and they're not happy while they're doing it. Oh man. And a good back scratcher. That's a key to life too. It's a good back scratcher. Took me a few jobs to learn that. Just be happy to have a job that works for me. Yeah, now at least it's not intensive labor for the same wage. Exactly. So true, but I'd still do almost anything for enough money. Yeah. But you know, part of it, the other thing that I learned, and I didn't learn this by doing it, but I learned it from watching other people, is living within your means. Set yourself up to where your expenditures, your bills, your monthlies, all that stuff are low enough to where if you took a pay cut, you'd still be okay. And if you didn't have to take a pay cut, you could still find something that paid more. Then you could put ahead for savings. But a lot of people don't live within their means. Hey, love you too much forever. Hey, I appreciate it. Much love and respect. So yeah, enough money, certainly. But when people are talking about like, and we see it, people out here flexing, trying to act like they've got money that they don't and things like that. There's no win in that, because it's all just pretend. It's a facade. So find what's going to be like that work-life balance. I certainly want to be able to put away savings, have extra money to do things and entertainment, all that stuff, put things away for my kids. But if I had to take a pay cut just to keep the roof over my head, I could do that. And if it made me happier, cool. So I'm glad that you found that 2-7, because a lot of people, man, I've walked away from jobs that people were stuck in because they didn't give themselves options. The one thing I talk about, especially to a lot of younger guys, is savings, savings, savings. If your job offers a 401k, awesome. If they don't have a 401k or whatever savings programs you guys might have in different countries, if they have that through your employer, jump into it. Thinking of starting an Insta and stuff soon. Want to start bodybuilding. Would love to earn money working out. Hey, look, John is at 100 down. Look at me. But you see me, I'm like in the backyard. There's a huge tire. Like, this ain't pretty, but we're still doing it. And even though I'm not monetized, if that becomes part of the equation just for doing push-ups, absolutely. Absolutely. So like Julian goes fishing, you know, for actual fish. Just keep a line in the water. So if that's a possibility or something that you're willing to entertain, cool. And there might be something that you have, like there's a guy I see all the time. He goes live and he's just doing things from as a gas station worker, as a convenience store worker. So anything's possible. So we just got to figure out what is it that interests us. What are we willing to try? How much effort are we willing to put towards it? Because if you're willing to be a bodybuilder, there's a lot of consistency and discipline, which is what I talk about a lot here. So you apply that same energy, the same energy that you get up and go to your job to, because none of us really want to have to go to work. We'd rather be independently wealthy or able to have a more flexible schedule. So you have consistency and discipline. You're going to transfer that same energy into your bodybuilding, probably even more so because you want to do that. And you can take that same energy and transfer it into an Insta or a YouTube channel or whatever. So you got our support, that's for sure. You got support here. John is at 100 down. Nice. Julian says, so true. The last few months, I've tracked every dollar that I've spent. And, you know, I do spend more than I need to on some things. Absolutely. Next to my job, there's a, there's a convenience store. And I always say, like, that place is wicked to me because I can go in there. I'll just go in there for a water sometimes. And then I'll end up spending like $10 extra I didn't need to. And that adds up not only in your bank account, but it'll add up here too if you're buying some things. So I got to fight that off. And one of my coworkers, she said the first month that she worked there, the first month, she spent $300. $300 on snacks. And let me rephrase that because I keep saying that. They're not snacks, they're treats. Snacks in our everyday diet should be fruits and vegetables. What we're buying in those little cellophane bags or crinklies, cookies, chips, and all that, those are treats. And we're eating treats way too frequently. And we're treating them like snacks because we've changed the narrative of what that is. So those treats are piling up. They're piling up on our waste and they're piling up on our bank accounts. So, yeah, when you can either buy, you know, your things in bulk, then you can at least have a better shot at being economic or just doing without and watch how much money you save. It's like people who quit saving or quit smoking and then track how much money they would have spent on cigarettes. There's the old story about the lady and her husband who she quit and he didn't. And by the end of the year, she had saved enough money to buy a car. I don't know what kind of car it was, but that's a lot of cigarettes. And she saved herself a lot of years off of her health, I'm sure. Greek Classic, how are you today? Welcome to the channel. It says, bro, can you say that? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that alliance is. Tell me more about that Greek Classic. Is that like something that you have going? What is that? Rusky. 227 says, damn, I feel so attacked as I eat my snacks, biscuits, and chocolate. No personal attacks, man. My bad. But you know what I'm saying. And hey, believe me, when I go to my mom's house every week, or try to go every week, and she loads me up with cookies and all sorts of stuff that I don't need. And it's hard to turn away because one, it's your mom, and you know she's trying to feed you, and two, it's cookies. You know, we're used to it. Cookies, biscuits, crackers, chips, whatever you call it, wherever you're from, we know what that means. And when you got that sweet tooth, they used to be treats, now they're snacks for the most. Right? They changed the narrative, and when you even just look up, so that's why. At least in the States, a lot of kids have this childhood obesity issue, pre-diabetic, higher rates of risk for cancer, all that, because the narrative is, yeah, you got to have your meals and then snacks. But we've changed the snacks. Now it's Doritos and Takis and all of these other things that are extremely bad on a regular basis, rather than fruits and vegetables, things like that. So, and they're easier to store, they don't perish, all that stuff. But look what that's doing to our health. And so once you start changing the narrative, hey, go have a snack, and they're going and grabbing something high in calories, high in sugars, especially drinks too. Liquid calories are terrible. When you look at the sugars and hidden sugars in a lot of beverages that are supposed to be fun, supposed to be even good for you, it can be problematic. And not only that, but they hide a lot of sugars and things too, or put sugars in things that there shouldn't be. Bread, for instance, just to have a couple grams of sugar in bread is crazy work. That's diabolical. Same thing with things like ketchup, condiments. It's just always, added. There's like some sweetener to it. So, Greek classic. Where'd you go? Where are you from? Where are you from? Trying to find out where you're from. I don't know if that means, is there an alliance that you're building? Is this a way of, is it like a free endorsement? I just want to know what it means. I definitely want to know what that means. What does that mean? You gotta give me some context of what these things mean. And hail anything means like you're honoring it, or you're like a king or something is coming in, and I don't know what that means, and I don't know who or what the other portion is. So yeah, it would be wild of me just to say anything just on a request. I gotta know what we're talking about. If you're hiring me as a spokesman, I got an agent, so we can definitely talk about that, and then we can figure out that. And I'll say it all day. For employment, for spokesperson stuff, yeah, I would do that. I would endorse your product, but I gotta know what the product is. It's just good brandmanship. I don't. It's nothing personal against you or whatever it is. I just don't know what it is, so I can't just start saying random things online, especially. But you never told us, where are you from? Is this this is workout stuff that you're doing? Is it fitness? What is it? Guys, anybody else know what this is? Anybody else in the chat know what this is? And we're at nine likes. Hey, Lindsay's in the house. Yeah, I have no clue. And is it me, or would it be reckless just to go off and say things that you have no idea what they mean? Should. Hey, we hit that 10 likes. Nice. Lindsay, how was the workout with Mike in the park? Spencer's in the house. What is going on? I don't know. What is up, Spencer? Hey, we got Julian. I know Mike and John were in the house, in the chat. Guys, we got 27K in the chat here from New Zealand, and we've been chit-chatting. And 27K works in a gas station overnights and takes dumbbells to work to get some workout in. I haven't heard of it either, so I don't know, but it just sounds wild just to say something random like that. 27K. Lindsay and Spencer are in the South in the U.S., and they come on the channel and are fantastic supporters. Got some really good stuff. And Lindsay is helping other people in her community work out. Love to see it. That's just a great thing. Lindsay says it was rather intense, a lot of heavy activity and muscle concentration. For me, it was a different kind of experience. Loved it. We just go hard in different ways. I did overnight gas stations for about a year. It was wild. I can't imagine. Yeah, my oldest, she did that too. Overnight gas station. My dad did that too. Overnight gas station, convenience store sort of thing. I can't imagine what you see after a certain hour, because they seem like just beacons for activity. Julian says, I think it means hello, Russia. The hail part? I don't know. It turns into a Waffle House. And, yeah, there's no good attachment that comes from the Waffle House reputation. That's fantastic. Julian, yeah, maybe it does. I just want to know what it means. See some wild stuff at the gas station after 12, right? So it's universal. Gas stations, convenience stores. There's there's certain places. Even the convenience store by my job, that I work next door to a QT, and it is it's crazy. It's and that's during the day. That's during the day. They're characters. I will say that. It's no judgment. It's just you see some characters. Never a dull moment. That's for sure. Julian says you must be hungry. I'm trying to think of. I don't think I've had a job like that, but I've worked a lot of warehouse jobs. Worked at warehouses for years, and some of the people that you will work with are very much like the ones that'll pop up at a Waffle House or a convenience store in the middle of the night. Oh, I I know the type for sure. I do know that energy. It's rare to see a quiet night there. Yeah, I can imagine. Are you like in the city, or are you further out? Because I know so little about New Zealand. Like in my head. Yeah, Waffle House is a place, Julian. And it's got, that wild reputation for, if you just Google like Waffle House, it's in the city, but we're a small city. Okay. Yeah, if you just Google Waffle House, Julian, you'll see a lot of nonsense going on. Yeah, in my head, New Zealand to me looks very. I guess I think of it kind of like in a Hawaiian sense. A lot of green. Probably some mountains, things like that. Probably worse than the big cities. Isn't that the truth? Why is it that, smaller rural cities seem to have, like, worse stuff than big cities? Even in, like, the South and Midwest here, it's not always Chicago or, some of the cities that you hear about. It's like these kind of middle towns that are in Missouri or things like that where people are extremely wild. It's like, what happened? I thought small towns were supposed to be where you got away from stuff, but I guess not always. I just want to find a place like we were talking about, like where you can just be in peace and not have to always worry about craziness happening. So I'm thinking of heading over to the actual gym. My city is pretty good, just a few places to avoid. Yeah, it's kind of how it is here too. Like, it's not bad, but certain places, certain times, just, yeah, just mind your business. Never stay near the top of the North Island. Most of us are bush people. Stay near the top. The North Island. Okay. Heck yeah. I'm thinking of heading over to the gym. For those of you who don't know, the last time I was there, and it's not like I stayed away because of it. There were just other things that it was easier to be here. But the last time I was there, a guy complained that I was live, and he's just he's just on that energy where he's just always he's willing to complain about anything. So I was thinking of heading back over there today, and I had talked to the gym staff and things like that and told them, what had happened. And they said, no, it shouldn't be an issue. But I haven't been back since, too. So I also want to know if it is an issue to go live there. And I'm very mindful. I don't put other people in the shots. I don't want other people in the shots. I don't put them in the shots because they don't expect to be. And they certainly deserve their privacy when it comes to that. Spencer just left, but I'm sure he'd volunteer. He used to live in St. Louis. Yeah. Hello, Gakris Animations. Oh, thank you, Lindsay. Yeah, and the crazy part was he was like in a distance, and I guess he wanted to get to like a certain piece of equipment, but the way it was, he didn't have to be like in the shot. He chose to he was looking for the camera and things like that, and then the next time I was there is when he went and complained. So I just want to go back and one, see some of the people that are there because I haven't seen them for a few weeks, and then two, just get back to some normalcy and be able to say, like, look, I'm in that corner, I don't bother anybody. And the fact that he just had to deal with something like that, it's kind of wild considering cameras are everywhere now. 27 says, I've been super worried about recording in the gym. It sucks how everyone is now. Yeah, as long as it's not like a policy that the gym has where you can't. And I have footage of recording in that very same gym back in like 2009, 2010. So if they change their rules, that's cool. I just didn't know about it. And I've openly had my camera and stuff like that for years going in there. Hey, Gekras, have you subscribed to the channel yet? It's cool that you want to put your, spread your word. I'm not against that. But if we're here also talking about other things, and we've got people from all beliefs. So if you're here for fitness, if you're here to subscribe to the channel and support what we're building as well, then we appreciate that. Lindsay says, I don't want to be filmed or on social media. Often there's tons of aspiring individuals with no level of concern or experience. Yeah. Thank you, Lindsay. And, even I don't even have to go live. But the thing about lives is you can make a live only to a limited amount of people. And you can certainly make a live where you can take it and edit it as well. So a lot of times when I go to the gym, I'll shoot videos. So some of the videos that you guys see coming out, I'll just shoot those, and then I can take those and edit them out. And I've done it many times where I'm working, on something, and I'll see somebody pop into the corner. Hey, they didn't ask to be in that shot. So I'll either blur them out or I'll crop it in to where you just see a body, but no head, things like that. I'm not doing that to people. Because it's not fair to them. So Lindsay, I empathize that, if you go to a gym or things like that, that's what you got to deal with. But I think more people, hopefully more people than not, are at least becoming more aware that we don't always just want cameras in our faces. We're already recorded, and a gym is a very vulnerable place to be, because you're talking about people who are already probably having some feelings about certain things, building themselves up, and so it's just one of those things. But yeah, I get it. Animations. Gekra says, I'm spreading truth. That's fine if you're spreading truth, but have you spread your like and subscribe to this channel? I can't just be a billboard for you to come in every week or two and just copy and paste things. I'm all for your message. I'm not against your belief, but what I am saying is there's people here of different beliefs, different walks, and what we're here for is a different topic. So I'm asking you respectfully, have you subscribed to the channel? Are you a part of the chat on a regular basis other than what you want to speak about? Because we're talking about other things. 27K, I get super lucky. There's nobody at my gym when I finish at early mornings. Right. And you know, the wild part about it is I was there this was like 5 a.m. first thing in the morning. And I was off in a corner. I was doing my own thing. But this guy, he decided that's what he was on today, on that day. Lindsay said, I had a friend's wife I met recently ask me if I know God. I didn't hear that sort of talk much. I kind of panicked and said, right. I don't answer what she asked again. And like a dork, I said, right. That's like a Seinfeld episode. I love that. But look, people got to massage that in. It's a very direct question, and fair if people want to ask it. But I think that there's a different way to kind of ease people into that. Eventually, I told her I had God's number, lost his digits, but we're still cool. Fantastic answer, Linz. Fantastic. And again, I'm not against people's beliefs or anything else, but we've had so many chats about things where this is not forcing down people's throats in paragraphs in the chat and things like that. And I'm not against animations and their message, but if you're not supporting the channel, if you're not supporting other people outside of the way that you want to, then come on now. There's plenty of places to go and do that. And this would be comparable, and maybe I should start doing the reverse Uno card. I'm just going to start posting links on your channels to my channel. So if that's what we're doing, like, I don't mind cross-subscribing. I don't mind supporting, but if that's what we're going to do, then allow me to come in and post about caloric burns or burpees and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Is it petty? I don't think it's petty, but I think it's fair. Like, if you're going to come up and do that, then come on, give me some airtime on your channel. Give me some airtime over there. Give me a shout. We gotta have some balance here, and all we're doing is we're just coming together talking about stuff. So please, nobody think I'm shooting down Jesus or pulling a Pontius Pilate or anything else like that. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm just talking about is we're in here talking about other things. Brian, man, if you made it and you are safe and healthy, you made it when you were supposed to. That's all I can say. Get Chris Animation says, yes, I respect you all, but I try to tell you the truth. We've heard that you're trying to tell a truth, but that is your truth as you see it. And you now are at a state where you are trying to impose your will onto other people. We heard you the first time. We saw it and we read it the first time. So, respectfully, have you subscribed to the channel? That's the truth. You're not answering a question. If you want to have a conversation, you got to answer the question. So have you subscribed to the channel? Have you liked the video today? Because I don't see that number going up. Lindsay says, oh, wow, we went towns away yesterday to a completely different region, almost like left our state. What we got to see was wild. A ton of people who were doing burpees together at the park. Yes. It was so amazing. Unplugged, y'all, and we wish we lived closer to them. I think that now you know, and that's going to be one of those things where you can just do. You're going to have to be the one that starts burpees in your area. As a matter of fact, I'm wondering if Mike can do the 3-part burpee. I'm going to show you guys in just a sec. Oh, did you give a shout out? Nice. Nice. Awesome. So the 3-part burpee was something that I used just to slow the whole thing down. So let me see. I might have to change my angle here. So yeah, it's just breaking down instead of doing the whole motion down here. The push-up, come up, and basically a squat is I would just do the squat, come back down, lay out, come up, step up, and come back up. So you can do that as one, or you can do like the abbreviated where you just do the 10 squats, get down, do the 10 push-ups, and then do like a 10-second plank. So you can break that up if you like. Brian, I just got to the East Valley. Super bad accident last night. Delayed me almost 2 hours. Man, praying for those involved. For sure. For sure. Well, we appreciate you, Girk. Animations. But again, we're here also to support the channel. So we appreciate it. If you put that in and add something to this chat when it comes to those other things as well, we know where you're coming from. Absolutely. And to Lindsay's point, yes, cool perspective. Lots of accidents from other accidents like rubbernecking. Yes. Yes. The what's going on over there, and then oops, look what I caused. Oops, look what I caused. So how far out did you guys go for your workout? That's cool that you were able to do that. All right, good. All right, guys, good day or night to y'all. I will pop back in some other time for sure. Absolutely. And 2, you are more than welcome to subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have you. Animations, you can stick around all you like and spread your word. And I guess the way you are supporting is just by being here and letting you know your watch time help the channel as well. John says, I am pounding 21st script for sure. Yeah, 2K7, 27K. Leave your receipt if you've subscribed. We'd definitely love to have 20 push-ups with your name on it. Lindsay, fantastic point. Fantastic point. What are you doing for your physical health? You're very diplomatic, Lindsay. Very diplomatic. The soft touch, I find, yes. Lindsay with the soft touch. She's, yes. Appreciate it. Gracias. So, yeah, that was the getting down and getting back up. Just it's kind of just like a really the slow-mo burpee, if you will. Just getting yourself flat, getting back up. So burpees don't always have to be like the high intensity movement. It's just the premise of working the entire body. Good for you, animations, to eat more healthy. Get those fruits and vegetables. Like we were talking earlier, when people say snacks, they immediately start thinking cookies or chips, things like that. No, what we want is fruits and vegetables to go along with those meals. Excellent point to the movement of fitness. Yeah. Definitely. Eating healthy is important. A lot of hydration as well. Hello, Kay. How are you today? Where are you coming to us from? Hello, Kitty. We got the kiss and the rose from Hello Kitty. Lindsay says, we're being a little wild tonight. Gonna do some pork chops on the grill with grilled asparagus after seeing the burgers. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I like it when you can just put it in the pan with a little bit of oil, season it up just enough. They're not going to be as crispy like as fries, but it's a way better taste, flavor. I love doing that with the burgers, and Aoife likes it too. Aoife likes it too. Hello, Kitty. Where are you coming to us from? John, absolutely. It is tasty. And the burgers were good. So we got to figure out what we're going to do tonight. We stepped out last weekend. We went out and did pizza. Hey, from Turkey. Well, you are very welcome here every day, because we are here every day. We are on day 139 of doing 100 push-ups. Do you do any fitness, any exercise? And what time is it in Turkey? It is... Yes, tell us about you. It is about 6:45 a.m. in my portion of the U.S. Guys, we hit the 10 likes. And Gekriz Animations, where are you coming to us from? Or are you not wanting to share that right now? We will probably have some grilled potatoes. I know it sounds weird, but we throw the cut chunks in the olive oil. No, that does not sound weird at all. That sounds fantastic. That sounds pretty good. Yes, that sounds like a great skewer. Set an extra plate because Spider and I are coming. Facts. Book the flight. Tell Alfred to warm up the bat jet. Or whatever Batman flies around in. We have some friends from Turkey who invited us to brunch. Oh my goodness, the bread they made us was so good. They shared wonderful cheeses from Turkey. Like, you got to share some Turkish fave fruits with this kitty. Yes. Yes, would love to hear more. Hopefully Kitty has turned on a translator if need be and not left the chat, but you know, people stop by, they stop in and out. I would love to. Unfortunately, like with my job, the when you get off is dependent on like customers. It's kind of like a restaurant where you don't leave until the last person does. And my schedule has not been user friendly like that. So I'd love to do more, but just hasn't been that way. I think I'm not sure if Nathaniel's been doing that. If he's been doing any evening stuff. Lindsay says, been hitting up Gravity Core more. I think Spencer subbed yesterday. Nice, nice. I think seeing you in the evening was beneficial. Okay, I'll get back to that. It was just a little bit later, so I didn't want to just jump on, but I'll take the chance. I will take that chance. Yeah, you get that. Cool. I'm glad he's jumping on. I'm having lots of trouble with his content. Constantly tells me private video. Yeah, John, yes, different viewers as well. I get that as well too. So I wasn't sure if the video was if it was actually private or if it was if the video had ended. So I've been having some issues as well. So I don't know if it's his location. I know he's been on set. I know I think one was like in at the hospital, something like that. So not sure, but I'd seen that as well, and I've told him that a couple times that I'll log on to go on like podcast mode, and it still not get there. I can't follow it. If I get there close to the start, it won't, but it is what it is. Yeah, for sure. I didn't know that about your content. I don't know why it's doing us that way. Hope it gets fixed. Yeah. Hey, Jen is in the chat. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, Lindsay. YouTube can be quite fickle at times, and we just go with it. We go with it and try to get it to be what it is. I had reached out to YouTube just based off of looking at the watch time versus what they're saying is watch time, and they don't want to answer those sort of things. I'm not speaking ill, but I will just say there was some customer service that was sorely lacking. So hopefully that's something that can get resolved because the channel has far more growth as far as watch time and than they are reflecting when they give me the weekly and monthly analytics. Weird question, Miss J. Would you ever want to do a content video to share together? I can't believe I'm being audacious enough to ask. Ask. Jen. Linz. Do it. John says, GK. John got vids coming. Nice. Someone suggested it, and I figured I'd ask. Why not? John says, me tackling a huge tire. You guys. I love it. This does me heart good. Jen says, LOL, I don't post anything anywhere. I don't really participate. John says, the tire lost. Nice. Maybe before winter or early spring. I think it would be fun. I think it would be awesome. I'd love to see that. Love to see you guys getting in your superpowers. Lynn says, okay, no problem. I get it, girl. Jen says, I am not a social media lady. And that is certainly understandable. Jennifer says, only reason I even have a Facebook is for one login for games I play. Yes, log in with Facebook. That is all right. Well, Linz, I hope you still have something that you will put out Can't wait to see what John has as well. I need Sharuk to have somebody like hold his camera and film him while he's at soccer practice or football practice, I should say. Yeah, we got the little bit of Stark live at the gym, which was really cool as well. Kind of takes your chat connection and things like that to a different sort of level. Probably show our dogs. Jog, I love it, even though it can be hard sometimes. Yeah, we actually did a video chat with him on Instagram. And he took us for a little tour of his gym. We got to see him doing a set of, I think it was like triceps or something like that. Yeah, so when you get to see and hear people like real time. Matter of fact, guys, Sharuk and I do the same thing. We'll leave voice messages, and it's kind of cool where you can hear people's voices. Like you guys hear me all the time, but for me to get to hear your voices as well, it's really cool. We have those belts now that walk them. Yeah, as we jog. Yep. I'm sure there's a lot of core work with that. A lot of stability. We have those belts, yeah. Well, it looks like we lost Hello Kitty from Turkey. And I'm wondering sometimes if it's just a language barrier where if we don't get the ability to speak the same language, or at least somewhere in the middle. It's a lot of dexterity with how they want to change directions to get after geese. Hey, we got 14. Nice. Nice. I see 5 viewers, but that number seems to jump up and down, so I don't know if that's a connection issue or if people are just jumping off and on, which either way is fine. With this mosquitoes being a rascal. Nice. Get that work in. What's the game plan? Is it the push-ups, the squats, the push-ups? Jen, where are you at? What set are you on? I know Mike said he was warming up. John had knocked 100 down. I'd finished mine. And we've had a good chat. Ah, that mosquito, I see you. I see you. Now you gotta fly. They're working in cahoots. It is insatiable. It is relentless. I gotta get my little swatter thing. It is not leaving my leg alone. Telling you, this thing is a game changer. Just an old school canvas belt. Definitely helps. Back scratcher. Let's see. Push-ups, knee to elbow crunches, lunges, jumping jacks, then curls with weights, alternating between all. Woo! Except curls. They're at the end. Got to bring out dessert at the end. Bring out the toppings. Boom. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jen says, late start for me. Packed all the kids and dogs up to go to the new house to continue repairs. Going in for set now. For set 4 now. Nice. And is Lindsay, are you doing yours all at your house? Or is this a do you take things to the park with you as well? Take equipment? Or is this just a home day? Jennifer says, thank you, Miss Lady L. Home day today. Spencer took pups and is working out at the park. Lucky you. Have you guys been back to the track lately? How's that been going? I'm not sure if the track is near you or if that's like a day that you have to go kind of go out of your way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice. Nice job, Linz. 10 pounds down. Nice. Yeah, that makes sense. Get it when you can. That is fantastic. Congratulations on the weight loss. What has been your biggest contributing factor in all of that, would you say? Oh. Luis Alberto Gonzalez. Welcome. Welcome. How are you? Julian says, I'm back. Anytime I see that, makes me think of like James Brown. I'm back. Get up off of that thing. John says, welcome, Lewis. Probably cardio and wiser food. Choices cutting out cheeses, most of the month unless it's cottage. Nice. Free Guy says, hey, bro, go back to the jungle. I've never been to the jungle. Which jungle? Welcome to the Jungle, Guns N' Roses. Which jungle? Concrete Jungle. That was a good movie. Makes me feel sometimes like a jungle. Who was that? Furious 5, Melly Mel. So what jungle are you talking about? What are we talking about? Free Guy. Where are you coming to us from? Free. Exactly. Welcome to this jungle. Boom. Free Guy. You look like the jungle guy. Who's the jungle guy? What are you talking about? Which jungle guy? Does that mean, what is that? Tarzan? Tarzan? I don't look like Tarzan. Which jungle guy are you talking about? Where are you from, Free Guy, where there's just jungles where you know guys that they're supposed to go back to? Where are you from? Tell us. How you doing, Free? Tell us about yourself. Forest Guy. Well, the jungle and the forest are two different ecosystems, so you got to get it right, sir. Which one are you talking about? For fuck's sake, Free Guy. Look at the state of you in the chat, man. You're no good. You're just all over the place willy-nilly, just making whatnots and forth. Oh, my goodness. So which one are you talking about, sir? We got to know. And have you subscribed to the channel yet? Welcome, but we just got to know. Dang, Spider, the voice actor. Jennifer says, I don't know, I can see you as Tarzan. Don't encourage Free Guy. Jennifer. Oh, I'm just playing. Free Guy, where are you from, man? Where are you from? John says, we are here for you. Lindsay, don't encourage Jennifer. Look at you guys. Look at the lot of you. The state of you all. I'll have you know. I do that voice for Aoife, and she cracks up hard. Gekras, no one can serve two masters. Okay. Lindsay says, back to my work. Jennifer says, speaking of hair, I did commit and cut off about 4 inches. Oh, so where is it now? Is it shoulder? Is it still down your back? Where are we talking about 4 inches? Julian says, where's that that accent from? Sounds like a pirate. I don't know. I just make it up, and it sounds like that. So when I get to talking like this, sometimes it sounds like this a bit, if you know what I mean. So I don't know. Just made it up. John says, we understand the jungle joke, but let's talk about why you're really here. That part. That part. That part. Little below the shoulders. Nice, Jen. I agree. I agree with Lindsay. Nice. Well, I think Free Guy left. So, I don't know. I think, you know, it's interesting. Like, when you give them... Fitness is good. Oh, you're here. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay, tell us about yourself, man, for real. Where are you from? What part of the world are you from? We got people from all over the world. It's because you know awesome when you see it, Free. Asia. Okay, what part of Asia? Any specific part you want to share? We don't have like a tracking device. We're not gonna come looking for Free Guy. We're just trying to dial in. Look, we've got people from Germany, from the UK, from New Zealand, from Australia, from the States, Canada, South Asia, India. So there's people from all over. We're just chit-chatting. We definitely do our workouts and stuff. Free Guy's a workout partner? Do you hit up the push-ups or do you want us to? Yeah. John says, I'm in Idaho, USA. Tyler Lofthouse, guys. Tyler is in the house. Tyler's from the UK and joined yesterday. Fantastic energy we got. Guys, he's got a channel. He's got some stuff on there, so throw him some support. Tyler is... the man's a monster. Check out his channel. He's still working on his bodybuilding, but went through some health issues, so kind of curved things, but he's still doing the work. That's the beautiful thing about it. Yes, how long ago did we start? We've been on for almost 2 hours. That is okay. Better late than never. John says, I got 10 push-ups for your sub today. Is that for Free Guy? Yeah, Free Guy, if you sub, you'll get push-ups. You get push-ups with your sub. It's kind of like, a gift bag. Bam, here you go. Lindsay says, yo, Sir Tyler. Tyler, absolutely. I hope I'm saying, is it Gekras Animations? And it says, repent, by the way, okay? I'm from Maldives. Okay. Free Guy, to answer Lindsay's questions, do you do push-ups? Do you do workouts? What's your thing? What's your thing? Because we do this every day. So you're welcome to join the channel, hit the subscribe, and jump in, man. Jump in. We got chats. So you get to learn from people from all different cultures, ask questions, things like that. So it's all good. It's all good. So are you in the city or are you out in a remote area of the Maldives? What's going on there? Is there a jungle? Lindsay says, get yours careful. I don't know if it's cool to be implying folks need to repent, my good sir. It just carries a negative implication. Let's keep it positive, please, my guy. I'm happy you're here, but people here came to, be a part of something beautiful and lift each other up. Nice, Free Guy. Yes, I do 160 push-ups. Are you doing 160 push-ups all at once, or are you doing like 10 and then you take a break, then you do another 10 and you take a break? What's your thing? Somebody's laughing at that jungle joke, huh? I think that there might be some projection going on here, telling me to go back to you know. But let me just say, between for the group that we have here, dealing with trolls and troll behavior is fantastic. Um, John and Lindsay have been great providers of that, and Stark as well. But we don't see Stark much anymore. So appreciate that. 40 times 4, nice, man, nice. That's fantastic. Well, we do 100 every day. Today is 139 days in a row of doing 100 push-ups, and we'll add some other things. So some days it'll be some shoulder workouts, some days it'll be some leg stuff. It just depends. And then there's other videos and shorts that you get to chat with some of the other people. As you can see, we got a supportive group here. So if you choose to subscribe, you get some push-ups. You get some push-ups. The choice is up to you. Oh, did I just smack myself with my own mosquito swatter? Ugh. Lindsay says 100 knee to elbow crunches. Are you doing alternating, or are you just doing like that, Lindsay? 40 push-ups on knees, back's getting me, 100 jumping jacks. Skip lunges, I'll do them too. No, you got this. Got Chris. Hey, man. You do you, man. And the one thing that I'm going to really, say is I will appreciate your opinion, but you got to appreciate others too, that our opinion is we came here for something different. We didn't come for a sermon. If that was the case, you would see me either in a collar or in a habit. So all I'm saying is we came for something different. Your message isn't wrong for many people, but we are here on something different, man. So there's timing in things. That's all it is. There's timing in things. Last set, let's go. I'm gonna knock out some of the alternating crunches that Lindsay's talking about doing. Lindsay, are you doing these? 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 80, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 90, 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And let's go straight to my back is all sticky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 40, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 80, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 19. Jennifer, crunch ad day is quickly approaching. I really need to decide what kind of crunches. Reluctant in the house. Nice work. No, but I should be. These are intense. More so. Swapping. Hey, Tamir, what's going on? Guys, Tamir's in the house from Memphis, football player, collegiate level. So great to have some aspiring athletes in the house. What's going on, Tamir? We got the group in today. Lindsay did 200. Oh gosh, last 40 or 60 were the ones you did. Yes, I really like those. The twist with it. Lindsay says water break. Tyler, nice. Good morning, Tamir. Did we get it? Did we get Free Guy subscription? I feel like more push-ups are in the making here. I feel like more push-ups are in the making. I don't know if anybody else subscribed. Gekris Animation says they've already subscribed. So I don't know. Gekris, did you subscribe today? Pike push-up. Yee! Man. Is that what you're on today? Pike push-ups? It's like the beginning of a fantastic shoulder day. Let me see. Let me see if I got at least a pike. Tyler, you talking about here? I gotta put my feet off the mat. I need to push up a little bit more. So, is that the one we're looking at? Not me, my shoulders will go away. Yeah, Tyler did put something about I forgot what the lift was, but with bad shoulders. So, but you never know. The guy's a unit when you look at the videos and stuff. This is somebody that's overcoming for sure. I appreciate it. There was the pike, and then they asked me about the yoga push-up the other day, or the Hindu. So it's just coming through here. And then you can go back to that pike, or you can reverse it and go back up. So either way, there's a good challenge in that. I think it maybe not isolates, but you definitely feel it hit the tricep more, and some shoulder stuff too. Nice. Lindsay says, congratulations on completely finishing those sets, Jen. Absolutely. Jen, for the abs, if you're adding something in, I would say mix it up. Rather than being stuck doing the same ab exercise like every day. I mean, the push-ups and squats are the consistent already. But I would say mix it up. One day make it crunches, one day make it bicycle kicks, or whatever it is that you come across, planks. We do the dead cockroaches here. So that would be my suggestion. But if you're looking just to know like what you're going to do every day, I understand that as well. Or just put it on a schedule, so like Monday is going to be planks, Tuesday is going to be bicycle kicks. So then it doesn't, it takes all the guesswork about what am I going to do. Sometimes having it just scheduled for you definitely helps. Or if you're going to do one for each set, then just create like 5 different ab exercises, and then do one for each set, and then just repeat those 5 when you get to sets 6 through 10. I don't know. I'm blathering at this point, but maybe I enjoy consistency. However, if I stick with just one, then I can start a new challenge. That's a good point too. Yeah. You're going to have this thing where it's going to be built up. So then in another 100 days, like it'll be push-ups, squats, crunches, jumping jacks, or, something extra. So completely understand. Tyler, Jennifer has been doing 100 push-ups and 100 squats. Are you at 200 days now? Do you know your count? I feel like it's over 200 days, or at least it's rapidly approaching. And Lindsay and her main squeeze, Spencer, have been, they've just been knocking it down. Lindsay's lost 10 pounds since Mother's Day, and they have been doing a lot of good stuff in their area as well. The 21st is day 200, rapidly approaching. Nice. Day 70. That's fantastic, though. Look at everybody's got, that counter, that clicker of knowing and being able to track your progress. Love that. I absolutely love that. That's so cool. Freeman. Yeah, for sure, Tyler. And guys, give Tyler some love on his channel. He's got a small building right now, but he's got some good stuff, and it's inspirational to see people working like that. Yeah, for the hubs. Yes. Hey, we're working through seasons. How crazy is that? We're working through whole seasons when it comes to this. So I love to see it. I love to see people keeping count and stuff, and just being able to stay on your path, and that we're here, that we can get on here every day and support each other too. That's a really cool part of this as well. Very cool. I would love to be able to do, you know what, I don't work tonight, so maybe I will do something tonight, but Friday nights I always wonder, like, is that going to be good to hop on? But you know, we still got to do it. Sets completed. On to mesh, tape, and spackle. I'll still be here, but hands will be full, too full to respond, really. No worries. Jen is going podcast mode. Podcast mode brought to us by Mr. Nathaniel J Burns. The podcast mode. Who'd have thought that we have our own code for not responding? I know for a while, I think Jacob and a few others had AWF or AWK away from AFK. Okay, AFK away from keyboard. I like podcast mode. And speaking of, Lindsay, I believe you were talking about possibly doing something podcast-like from the park while you guys walk the park. I think that would be super cool. And even just to test it and just see what it is, what conversations you guys are having or things like that would be great. Just to hear other people's content. Tyler as well, talking about, just overcoming some health obstacles. John as well. Like, we've all got some stories to tell. And even if it's something people don't want to put on their own channel, you can certainly put it together and send it to me. I would be proud to share some of that on the channel here, just to be able to help other people see, like, hey, there's a story here, and everybody's got one. We've all had something in the form of a setback, something that's going to overcome. For real, Tamir, even in your case, like, I don't know what setbacks may or may not have had, you've had to overcome, but challenges that you're facing, just going through something like being a collegiate athlete, and the rigors and the demands of that. So there's going to be a lot of younger guys who see that, younger athletes. It doesn't have to just be guys in football. It could be girls in lacrosse or something. Just understanding what these demands are when you get to a certain level. Tamir said hi. Lindsay, 300 crunches, so proud of the core I've been building. HWPO, facts, big facts. HWPO, it does pay off. And it's not just the exercise, to Lindsay's point. You guys didn't hear earlier in the chat, she said she's lost 10 pounds since Mother's Day. So that's been a few months now. And talking about, the eating, the discipline, things like that. So definitely love to see that. And I'm still working on mine. I'm getting there. You lost 30 pounds? Nice. Man, I'm sure you are out there sweating. Are you guys on two-a-days right now for football? Because two-a-days and what is known as Hell Week are tough. Those can be some tough days. Getting up first thing in the morning, getting smoked, and then having just enough time to leave, go get something to eat, maybe take a shower and a nap, and then get back up and do it again in the evening. Two-a-days. Been there, my friend. shout out to you for that, because it's not easy, but it will build a lot of values that a lot of people, like, they kind of sleep on. When you can get up and do that, I do think that it conditions you for way more than sports, because a lot of people aren't going to make the team. A lot of people aren't going to ascend past that. But that means you can get up and you can go to your job, or you can get up and you can do whatever it is that you put your mind to. And when you can do that in a physical capacity, man, it has been a tough one. Tyler says, eating has been my biggest flaw. I struggle a lot with appetite, but currently force 5,000 calories daily trying to bulk up. Woo! 5,000. Brian says, I miss playing football, but I don't miss the conditioning. Yeah, that is the tough part. Tyler, I saw your video of eating Mr. Whippy. It's Mr. Whippy, right? We don't have Mr. Whippy here, but I've always wanted to try Mr. Whippy, because I believe that's England and Australia. And yeah, I've always wanted to try it, but 5,000 calories, man. That's a lot of food, sir. But you're holding that size. It looks great on you. Yeah, respect for sure, Brian. Yeah, and that's been the thing that with Impact, I've been able to kind of recreate, is the conditioning. So it's a whole different level of okay, there's no game, but then it's just life. We just get to like knock this stuff out. And Dridi Halili, how are you today? Free Guy says, hey, this is my workout plan. Need to change something. Please tell. Chest, tricep, back, bicep, abs, legs, shoulders, traps, and the last day calisthenics, and then repeat. What are you looking to change? What are you looking to change? Lindsay says 60 push-ups. Nice. Free Guy, what are you looking to change? What about that workout don't you like? Andrew says, hola, Lindsay. Hola, hola. Dun, 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 dun. Hola, 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 hola. Free Guy, that sounds like a solid day of just like compartmentalizing. Oh, nothing's going to be perfect. Are you looking to change the order, or do you want something just completely radical? So what you could do is like a full body workout and do that like every other day, or skip 2 days to recover, depending on how you feel. But looking at what you're talking about, doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad, but I think a lot of it's going to depend on your goals as well. What kind of fitness goals are you trying to be? CrossFitter, bodybuilder, power lifter, whatever, what are the goals? I think that's kind of part. Or are you just looking just to be, just an average guy walking around Asia, but just a little jacked? What are your goals? And you see, like with Tyler's talking about eating 5,000 calories to bulk up. You see Lindsay talking about eating differently to slim down. So I think a lot of it starts with your game plan, what it is that you want to accomplish. And guys, in the chat, if there's anybody who has any thoughts on this, please let me know. I can only impart my limited knowledge, and that's why we're here. Injury, yes. Tyler's eating 5,000 calories. Tyler, is that what is the majority of that? Are you doing like a lot of chicken and vegetables and things like that, or is it just anything that totals up to 5,000? Because you look like you're eating pretty clean as well, pretty lean. Lindsay is at 80 push-ups. She is just gobbling up those push-ups. And guys, like we always say, ups don't push themselves. You got to put that work in. Got to put that work in. 90. What did I say? Just no sooner did I finish saying that, and she's just rattling off these hundreds. She's ragdolling her workout. Indri Halili says, I have a guy in my school. He's a wrestler. He eats 5,000 a day. Yeah. Yeah, you're burning out a lot of energy, a lot of caloric. You got to keep that fuel. 100. Nice job, Linz. Nice job. He is so jacked. 5,000 calories will do that. Tyler says, I've actually not eaten meat for a few months. Nice. I do mainly liquid meals, a lot of shakes, but I also blended oats for added carbs. One solid meal of 250 lots of fish a day. Ooh, Lindsay, are you hearing this about the oats? Tyler is putting oats into his shakes. Lindsay's been looking for a place to add oats into her recipes. Andrew says, at first I thought he was just a gym goer. Nice. Yeah, wrestlers are a different build, different strength. It's crazy. It is smart putting oats in. Absolutely. Some days Lindsay stops at 50 to meet other goals. But I try to do 100 as much as possible, working a few times a week. You got this. You nailed it. Tyler, vanilla whey with oats. Very nice. I may try that today. And our man in Germany, Stark Industries, Tyler, he was talking about putting your oats in a pan and just lightly toasting it for just like a moment. So I don't know if that changes the flavor at all. If it gives it more of like a toasted flavor, I guess, because you're toasting it. But he spoke highly of toasting oats. And I already have like a massive shake when I'm done. Although I am out of... Lindsay, is she or he? Oh, Andrea, Lindsay is a she. The sis of the group, absolutely. Yep. Well, I don't know what I have for shake today. I definitely have my protein. And I've got a few other things, but I may have to run to the market. How's little sis Joy? Anyone see her? No. Lindsay, every once in a while, she'll do... she'll leave a comment on one of the videos or the shorts, just apologizing that she can't make it. I think the last one she said, every time she picks up the phone, somebody calls her name. So it's just one of those things. And Dree, 100 push-ups is a lot for anyone. I get smoked doing 100 push-ups. Yeah, gender aside, that 100 push-ups is a lot of push-ups. I would say the majority of people don't have the ability to knock out 100 push-ups. If we just took everybody globally, and excluding like very small children, although and maybe the very elderly, I would still say even in that range from like, let's say 5 to 95, there will still be a lot of people who would struggle to do 100 push-ups in a regimented amount of time. Endry says, where are you from, Lindsay? Lindsay's here in the U.S. Lindsay is here in the U.S. Not close to me, but close enough. Tyler says, gotta go shop before they shut and fill the fridge for the kids. Hopefully back in time to catch the end of the stream, bro. Thanks. Thank you, Tyler. Absolutely. And if not, we will be here tomorrow, and in a lot of cases, possibly tonight, I may jump back on. So that would be awesome. But shout out to Tyler. Shout out to Tyler. Andrea, I know you've already told us, but where are you coming to us from? I feel bad when I have to keep asking people, but there's a lot. Oh yeah, America in the South. Thank you very much. I appreciate it a lot. I love my bros. We love you too. I want to keep up, but I got to know my daily limit and do my best to achieve a multiplicity. Yes. Albania. Ah, thank you. Thank you. I'll get it down, Andrew. I'll get it down. Yes, we love little sis, and that, it's kind of what the younger ones do. As keeping up with the older ones, they see what's going on and stuff like that. And just like Lindsay's got, Joy and Aoife, and the ones younger than her looking at her. So we all just look at each other and draw that inspiration and say we can teach and learn, teach and learn. Andrew, what was your workout today? What was the workout for Andrew? And I really like your last name, Halili. Has a good ring to it, and I think I'm pronouncing it right, so that's a bonus too. We're at 17 likes. Guys, if anybody new to the chat wants to subscribe, leave it in the chat. Leave it in the chat. That way we can knock out some subscription push-ups. I'm not so cool with Google right now. I asked for images of Albania. It gave me images. It did for a different country a while back. Not cool. In my country, people have a case of beer, 2 packs of cigarettes, 3 coffees, and they think it's normal. But when they see me have 3 bananas, they say it's too much. Yeah. 17 likes. Yes, it is. We're doing some things. Yeah. Andrew, yeah, you can't be eating clean and being healthy. You gotta do what the culture says. And that's the trappings of a lot of cultures, is that people will smoke and drink to excess, eat poorly to excess, and because it's so normal for them, when they see somebody doing something abnormal, then they look at you as like, what's wrong with you? Keep doing what you're doing. As a matter of fact, I would just start doing push-ups in front of them. Check this out. Hey, check this out. See me down here? Check this out. Yeah, have another beer. Yeah, check this out. Lindsay says, and make excuses to justify it. Don't forget to excuse bad behaviors. Yep. I came from work, haven't worked out yet. Okay, that is okay. What kind of work do you do? And Lindsay, you are absolutely right. And now those are the people that I noticed the most will push back against, like, the working out or giving you the odd stares, because look, they know if the person that's basically their peer group, working the same job, the same hours, earning the same money, things like, can do that in their free times allotted, like work breaks or things like that, they can too. And what they choose to do is something different. No problem, but that's definitely their choice. Andrew is a waiter. Oh, you must have the patience of a saint, and you got to be going a lot. You got to be on your feet a lot. So there's a lot of steps and cardio you're already getting. And I was a terrible waiter. I was a busboy in high school, and I spilled a tray full of tea on a lady, and then I think that was it. I think that was like my one real shot at, like, or trying. No, then I was yeah, I did. I had the tray full of tea, and I took one off, but it wasn't balanced right, and the whole thing just went over on this lady. And yeah, it happens. But then I went to be I think I was a busboy at a Mexican restaurant. I left after like one day. I don't even know if I finished the shift. It's okay. I was a bad waiter in the beginning. And the crazy part was I wasn't even a waiter. I was just the busser, and they said, "Hey, take these iced teas out there." And so I wasn't expecting, to have to do that part. I was like just used to, like, clearing the tables extra butter or whatever it is. But I was not cut out for that, not in the least. And so um, a busser is somebody who comes. They're under the waiter, and they're the people that come and clean the tables or take the dishes away and things like that, wipe off the table for the next person, take the dirty dishes back to the kitchen. So I don't know if you have to do all of that, but we have, yeah, what are called bussers. And so it's kind of like, not, you don't take the orders and necessarily always bring the food out. But that was my one experience. And then the next time I had to pick up a serving tray, I was in this movie called Maneater, and I played it was like a waiter, a busser, and I had a tray, and it was stacked too, and I had to walk, but I had to do like a spin because the main character was like zipping by me, so I had to like kind of spin around. The whole day I never dropped it. The whole day I was more focused in, I was more keyed in, and new respect for how heavy those things are and how your wrist is going to feel at the end of the day, because that was crazy. That it was hours of holding that same thing, and action, and you had to walk and do the spin and stuff like that. Maybe it was just something like that, but it was definitely having to maneuver the tray. Um, so yeah, it was cool, but definitely respect for servers who actually do that. It was glue on the tray. I wish it was, man. And I wish that tray was way lighter, because those were actual glasses. And glass gets heavy after a while. And there was a few of them. Took my gloves off for that. You had to get that one in, yes. Yeah, now that I think about it, why didn't they? It would have made life so much easier. But that was the last experience I had in serving food in a public capacity. Now everything is, well, we do at home, but way easier, and I don't have to worry about doing it for tips or anything else. This is your sixth job. What were the other jobs? Or has it all been serving food, serving? I feel like everybody's got like at least a story of like some sort of manual labor, like warehouse work or factory work or construction or like something. And I think that's not a bad thing to have. Waiter, bartender, electrician assistant, some other shit. Okay, electrician assistant, bartender. I've never been a bartender. I've been a bar back, which is the person, kind of like a busser, the person who brings the drinks. You bring new ice, dishwashing, things like that. And I had to bar back even though I was a bouncer. So if you work in clubs and you're a bouncer, sometimes you have to do like more than one thing. Any job wants to get the employees doing as many things as they can so they don't have to hire more people and spend more money. So yeah, sometimes if you were a bouncer at the places I was at, you'd have to be the one that went into the freezer. You'd have to do the inventory for how many cases of what beers there were and all that stuff. And then you'd be the one to lug it out and bring it to the bartender, shove it all in the ice so then they can pass it on. Yeah, done that too. Done that too. Electrician assistants can't do that. Um, my respect for electricity is just too great. I feel like there's no, I like no, I don't trust it. I got trust issues. I love electricity and lights and all that, but to actually be touching wires and stuff like that, I'd electrocute myself just from the sweat coming down from being nervous for doing that. Your friend was a bouncer at 15? Was that the wrestler? That's crazy. I was going to say, that's crazy at 15. Yeah, not just the age of it, but no, not the wrestler. Yeah, you Albanians doing some wild things at young ages, walking around jacked and stuff, wrestling and bouncing. Got fired for being too friendly. Yeah, if you're a doorman, it's weird. Like, they would want. I worked with guys who were just crazy. Like, a couple guys were on steroids, and so they were all about, showing off how strong they were and stuff like that. And a few times, they crossed the line with some people, and there were some fights that broke out. Yeah, you work at a very young age. I could see working at a young age, but I'd never in my wildest dreams could I have thought about being a bouncer um, at such a young age. I couldn't even at 15. Yeah, I couldn't have been a bouncer, at a dollhouse. There's no way. Like, no, those Barbies and Kens would have been pushing me out of the way. There's no way. You're 18. Yeah, that's about it. I had a paper route when I was 12. yeah, there's no way. I was scrawny at 15, and there's no way. And I would have been too friendly or a pushover. But I had a paper route when I was 12. That was one of my first jobs. Like, where it's not just a paper route. Okay, so a paper route is where people get the newspaper delivered to their house. So every morning I would have to get up before school when it was still dark outside, and they would drop off like a stack of like 100 newspapers. And I had a route of all the people who were subscribed to get the newspaper. So I'd have to go outside, I'd have to band them up, fold them, put a rubber band on them. I'd put them in a big bag or basket on my bike, and then I would ride around my neighborhood and throw the newspapers onto their driveway or at their front doorstep. And that was my job. And that would take like sometimes like an hour before I would have to come back and then get ready for school. Uh, Work before school would be an insane experience, right? And then I was playing football at the time too, so then I would have practice after school at night. Um, it was weird that now that I think about that, I did all that. Parth, how are you? Where are you coming to us from? And am I saying Parth cool? Am I saying that right? Insane, 100 reps. Hey, we do it every day, Parth. We do 100 push-ups. We do 10 sets of 10. Cool. I'm glad I got that. Glad I got it right. Yeah, Andre. I guess I started young, and then, you know, not everybody does, but some people do. And yeah, I was one of them. Parth, where are you coming to us from? What part of the world? Just wandered here watching shorts. Hey, you know what? The universe and the algorithm, they don't get it wrong. You are here for a reason. So we welcome you to the channel. You're from India. Okay. We've got Sharuk. We've got Vegeta. We've got a couple other people from India as well. So we'd love to have you on the channel. Endri Halili is from Albania. Lindsay is from the United States. Tyler, who was on earlier, is from the UK. We had 27K. It's from New Zealand. Nice. You're going to the gym in a half hour or so. Nice. Hey, well, we do this every day, so we'd love to have you. Subscriptions to the channel. We'd love to have you subscribe, hit the like, and jump in when you can, because we got a lot of our brothers from India are in the chat on a daily basis. What kind of workouts do you do? Lindsay said, finished workout except for curls. Decided to do a little separate workout dedicated to arms and back tonight. Excited to see so many people. Absolutely. Lindsay, I'm thinking about jumping back on tonight. So hopefully we'll be able to catch. I know you'll probably be going a little earlier, but because I don't have to work, I have the ability to jump in a little earlier. So maybe I'll try to time that out. Doing push-pull routine started a week ago. Nice. You're a newbie. Well, welcome to it. Welcome to it. Need to gain muscle. Andrew, what time is it in the USA? Well, Lindsay and I are in different time zones, but right now for me it is almost 8 o'clock in the morning. Okay. So you guys are talking about doing arms? Is that the goal? Is to do some arms later today? And yeah, we gotta have Snazzy in it too. 4:49. It's almost 10 a.m. where Lindsay's at. Yeah, so a couple hours. Okay. Andrew, you got to take a nap before the gym. Absolutely. Drink some water too, so you get that hydration. Fuel yourself up. And yeah, get in there. Parth says it's 8:30 p.m. where you're at. Look at these time zone differences. Love it. Snazzy says he's cool with whatever you put together. He'll mimic it. I'm like, bring the smoke. Nice. Drop some smoke bombs on Snazzy. Woo! We'll see what we got, what we can put together. I think that man's holding it together. So I'm gonna try to test it, but I may smoke myself out trying to bring smoke bombs. Andrew says today I'll do paused weight, chin-ups, and dips. So are you going down and then you hold and then go back up? Arnav is in the chat. Arnav is also from India. Paused and waited. Man, that is. You guys are doing some different stuff, different levels. Yeah, for sure. Arnav is one of the OGs. Arnav hasn't been here for a while, but he does drop messages either on Instagram or just on the comments on the YouTube channel. But Arnav's been busy doing his own stuff. Arnav, what have you been up to? You want to share with everyone? And like I was telling Parth, who is from India as well, we've got some of our brothers here from India as well. All right, Andri Halili, you have a good day. Albania has been in the chat, guys. Fantastic to hear. 18 years old, a waiter, going to the gym, really putting his life together. Love to hear that. Arnav just came back from the gym. Nice. What was the workout? And Parth, Lindsay is asking, do you prefer evening or morning workouts? Yes, goodbye, Halili. I like to. Is it just me or does everybody? I like saying Halili. It sounds nice. I like that. Arnav did legs. Nice. With soccer, are you playing football too? I wonder if, not that everybody knows each other, but I'm wondering how close you and the other person are. We got somebody else who plays soccer. For me, it definitely depends on what I'm trying to get done, and I agree with Halili pronunciation. Right? It feels fun. It feels fun to say Halili. First legs, then play soccer. You got to be going out there with rubber legs. You are out there with rubber legs running around like that. But yeah, yeah, I can only imagine. But I mean, they've got to be super strong. Spencer used to play Taurus meniscus. He's stoked. A soccer player says he's a soccer player here. He says yes. Need play-by-plays for sure. Arnav, we got to we got to see what's going on with the soccer. We got to have some play-by-play going on. But that's fantastic. That's a lot of exercise. A lot of stuff going on. Yeah, Sharuk plays football in India as well. And again, I'm not crazy enough to think everybody knows each other, but it's just great that you have that. Yeah, endurance on max for sure. Just to be in that constant state of running. That's what when we were talking about rugby, constant motion, staying in constant motion, and then the tackling as well. Is that okay? Yeah, as long as you can handle it, and it's nothing like you're almost working like what probably a lot of professionals do or high level. So, yeah, nothing wrong with that at all. Just make sure you allow yourself the ability to rest, recover, and you're feeding yourself to be able to do that. So you're not eating into like your own muscle as a result of not doing the other things. But it sounds like you've been handling it. How long have you been doing both? We're at 18 likes, folks. Arnav, if you haven't hit the like yet, hit the like. Did we lose Parth? 19 likes. 19 likes. Why do I see 18? You guys are getting the news before I do. We need one more. Well, we'll take as many as we can get. And if we ended it now and it was 19, that's still a bunch of likes. And guys, did I mention that the last couple days, yesterday we had 7 subscriptions. The day before that we had 10. I mean, how cool is that? And again, the biggest part that I attribute this to is, I mean, there is a channel here for sure, but we've got just such, I would put this collection of my friends that, you know, in this grouping, I'd put it up against any chat. We've got some amazing people, great support, and to continue to grow it largely is in part to how people are bringing other people in. Somebody jumps in and then there's like a, hey, welcome, good to see you. You know, John always says good to see you. There's so much of just that embracing, and I'm super pleased to be part of it. Brian says let's go get 25 for sure. Lindsay says I'd miss a lot of personal growth opportunities without you guys. We appreciate that, and it's very much reciprocated. I learn a lot more about just myself and what I enjoy, and this brings me a lot of enjoyment and fulfillment. I don't have to work today, but on days that I do, I can tell you how much it changes the trajectory of what my day is going to look like. The next 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, I have to work 6 a.m., so those are going to be quickie days. And we also have the opportunity to back it up, maybe start like a 4:30 start or 4:45, just an extra half an hour, things like that. But there'll be quickie days. I don't like doing quickie days because I don't like jumping out of the chat that quick. But the exercise and the camaraderie are 2 things that really help set the tone for my day and what can be a stressful work environment at times. Lindsay says, after meeting y'all, my life took a turn for the better. It was not bad by any means, but man, it's been so wonderful. I'll always be grateful. I agree wholeheartedly. I definitely agree with that sentiment, and definitely has done a lot for me as well. And I don't get out; I'm not super social, things like that. And I know that they say like you shouldn't be locked into social media and things, but I disagree in instances like this. If you have a positive chat group that are doing positive things, I think that those connections are very healthy to make. It's just unfortunate that we don't get the chance to actually do it in real time to have that human interaction, because at this point I'd be, giving handshakes and hugs to everybody. So if we happen to meet, it's on site. Just understand that you're getting and that's just how it should be. So I hug Mr. Nathaniel when I see him, and that's all good. But we have, yeah, a really special thing that's brewing here, and the more people that jump in, it's cool. But even with the trolls, Free Guy or whoever else, it just is what it is. They are going to be there. They're going to be a part of um, the building of it, but we also have the ability to deal with them the way we do, and it's been super cool to see a lot of maturity, a lot of grace given. And there was a guy a couple days ago. He put just the monkey emoji, and to John's point, same thing with the jungle reference. We know what that means, but okay, let's get to what we're actually here for. And I know we've done this a few times where we've won over trolls, where they're like, "Hey, I was just kidding, I was just trolling." And I think a lot of times people don't realize the power of words and what trolling can actually mean to the wrong person. The wrong words to the wrong person, the wrong words to the right person, whatever. When that target hits, you can do a lot of damage sometimes. So we definitely have to think before we act. And is that Mr. Nathaniel J Burns in the house? What is going on, brother? Lindsay says it changed my perception of myself and others. It was very helpful. Like my bestie who said my absence for Pokemon Go one day was unacceptable to me, my workout goals. That's not bestie material. Right. They should be propping you up for that, to be able to say, hey, glad to see you're doing that extra. But a lot of times people don't like to feel like they're being outgrown. And it's not that you're becoming better than them, you're just doing better than you were. There's a whole video on my other channel about two pictures. And one is what you are doing now in this moment. And the other is which direction are you going? There's a picture of us getting better at doing things because we're being more consistent, or we are being less consistent, and that there's going to be two different pictures. Mr. Nathaniel J. Burns is on his way to see his dad. Yes. Family time first. Family time. Lindsay says, we had dinner, like I said, and tried to come correct about it. She said she wanted to know why I was dieting and exercising. I told her it wasn't a self-esteem or body thing. I wanted to see myself. Yeah, it's odd questioning, but I think a lot of times people look at that and don't know what to make of it, and so they think like, well, there must be something wrong. But nothing wrong with wanting to reach out and do different things and kind of put yourself on a different plane. Jennifer says, good morning, Burns. Lindsay says, work hard to get the pay off thing. She doesn't really get it, but is more understanding. Good. That's all they have to be. Just don't be in the way while you're trying to get what you're getting. And they can be happy for you. And if not, then it's more telling of them to not be happy for you while you're pursuing happiness. And that's for anybody that has that. Way to go, Burns. Maintaining bonds matters. Absolutely. Hello, Impact Community. And you see he capitalizes the unity in community. Absolutely. Elshot DJ, what is going on? How are you today? Lindsay said precisely. I think she was concerned from a good place and a little like concerned we'd grow apart. It's mostly cool now, I think. Yeah, yay, for sure. And, yeah, wouldn't matter if it was like something destructive or constructive. If it just looks foreign to them and it's like, this isn't how my friend normally does things, then it would be a little concerning. But I also think there's a part where when it's more constructive, then it's more to be just, hey, that's awesome. I just didn't know you were into that sort of stuff. Lindsay says, hello, legendary Burns. Absolutely. Elshad is doing good. Nice. Are we at 20 likes? I only see 19. Why am I the last to get this news? That is okay, though. We've reached 20 likes, and we've just been having this fantastic time together chatting. We got Jen in podcast mode and being able to listen while she's doing some work on the house. Spencer says, I only see 19. See, okay, then I don't know. There's gender bias. Why is it the ladies are seeing 20 and guys are seeing 19? I don't like that. I don't like that. I'm going to cancel YouTube. Watch, I get canceled for making a joke about canceling YouTube. Why, this might be the last time I channel and it just goes black. Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something? Cancel YouTube. Yeah, those two words together in the algorithm just might have set me back, and now I am all the way back at zero watch time hours and likes. Jennifer says, math's out, guys are just slow, 20 on my end. Brian sees 20, one for the guys, one for the fellas. I still only see 19. Oh. Yeah. I'm not grooving with this. I'm not grooving with this. Brian's in podcast mode too. Brian's at work. So shout out to Brian for hanging in there with us. And for everybody thinking this is podcast mode worthy. You know what I really should do? Like, we should just make it a whole morning show. Okay, I'll start bringing in like music, and let's try to figure out a way to have like call-ins and stuff like that. So our Pogo group, by the way, we've gotten less attendance but more consistent attendees since changing things up. Not allowing driving, not allowing walking, or only allowing walking, and offering positive encouragement to people to be physically active. We've been bringing water for people and really killing it. Lindsay, that is when the garden weeds itself. All you have to do is put out the right seed, and a lot of times some of those plants are going to get up and walk out. You never see anything like it. Like, I didn't realize those things could walk out themselves, but the garden will weed itself. And that's a lot of the times when you're making changes. And I'm not saying your friend was a weed, but a lot of times people will back off. Oh, what's she eating? What do you mean healthy? Squats, burpees? What are you, crazy? I'm out of here. Garden weeds itself. You don't have to tell people to leave. They'll leave on their own because they see that change, and it might be a little frightening, and it might be just off-putting, whatever it is, but garden weeds itself. That's a beautiful place to be, because now you're not in turmoil. You're still on your piece. You're still plowing that land, planting those new seeds, and they're just like, nope, I'm out of here. Nope, get that water and walking out of here. Not gonna. Nope. And not to take off of Megan Thee Stallion and what's her name? What's the other rapper where they had WAP? But it could be like water and pogo. So I'm just saying, you could have the WAP. Oh, what's her name? What's the other chick's name? The community was toxic. I'm glad the weeds are off. Yep. There was always a lot of imposing voices, negative feedback. Now it's mainly constructive, positive, very healthy, like-minded, and my favorite. Yes, change. Because people are bringing their own ideas to the table. Yeah, good on you. Focus on having quality soil and quality plants will arise. Mr. J Burns. Yes, absolutely. And look, even when I was training people for money, let me see what Lindsay said. I no longer feel I need to please everyone. Everyone is already happy. And if they're not, you can't change that anyway. You could do everything that you want to try to make them happy, and people won't be happy until they find their happiness. It's not our job to do that for people. We can certainly share our happiness and joy, but we don't have. It's not our place to do that. Um, I've suspended people. Understand what I'm saying. People were paying me, and I would still suspend them from working out with Impact, and they would come back after the suspension. Why? Because they knew that what we were cultivating was right, and they knew that the suspension was for a reason. Go to the gym, go to that other trainer, go figure out what it is that you think is better or that you are pushing against that I'm constructing here. And I'm not all saying it's not a dictatorship, but you are paying me to for my time and for the efforts that I put forward to help you. So if you're going to push back against that, go someplace else. Go figure it out. And what they figured out is what I was bringing was genuine and it was something that they enjoyed. So you act accordingly. It's just one of those things. Agree on quality soil, quality soul. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Lindsay says, excellent advice and feedback. Thank you all for letting me share. Please share anytime. We love to hear those because it reminds me of things as well. It gives me thought and motivation to be able to say, hey, these are things that I need to get back to or I need to do or things like that. So it's all, it gives all the way around. It's like it comes back around. So hopefully there's something I've spoken that gets you to a point where you think or act or do, and then it comes back when you share it. It comes back when you share it. Mr. Burns, how are you feeling today? How are you feeling today? Were you able to get enough rest? Have you hydrated? I know Mr. Burns to be a hydrating source of person. When I met him, it was like this giant canteen, and I could hear him coming down the hallway in the wing where we were training at the hospital, because I believe his keys were either hooked to it or he had them in the same hand, so you could hear that shing, 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 shing. Oh, here comes Nathaniel. Here comes Nathaniel. The man is always with water. One of my true inspirations, not in life, just in life, but in hydration as well, because my hydration is not always high end, not always quality. And I'm guessing we got some podcast moding going on. Nathaniel J Burns, if he's driving. Jennifer, if she is still working on the house. Lindsay says, I gotta get soon, guys and gals. Looking forward to a potential night shift smoke fest. Mr. Burns, I keep getting private video notices. Hope I'll catch you soon, though. Haha, huge hydration enthusiast like you. Yeah, Mr. Burns, I have also been getting private video notices. So I will click on it. It'll just say private video, black screen. So is there something that you're not telling us? Is there an OnlyFans link that we need to click in order to be part of your Patreon and see your squats and hot yoga? If there is, let us know. I would at least go in podcast mode. What's up, Lindsay? So if it says I'm a noisemaker, all right. Is that like a kazoo? Like what are we looking forward to? I want to see what's behind. Peel back the curtain. What's in the box? What's in the box? We got to know. But that has been going on the last couple, so I want to make sure that we got that. Jen says LMNT makes hydration super tasty. We were just talking about this, and Jen, I need to go to the store. One, I'm out of like fruits and most of my vegetables, so I need to go back. So I'm going to look for that. I will make a note to look for that as well. Lindsay, you know, I had to at least get a couple things off before you took off. So we enjoy that, and maybe we can get a live with Mr. Burns as well. We might be able to get a nighttime session with Mr. Burns and Lindsay, Spencer, whoever else wants to join. Jennifer, if you want that nighttime activity, that would be awesome as well. And who knows, we might end up just reaching a whole bunch of other people in a different time zones, different parts of the world, different times, because we're going evening. So if it's a possibility with Mr. Burns, that would be dope. But definitely. Paulo Enrique, how are you today? From Brazil. Hola. Hola, hola. How are you today? And I don't speak much Spanish or Brazilian. I'm not sure what the language is in Brazil. Is it Spanish? Lindsay says, would love that. You guys are a set, salt and pepper, peanut butter and jelly, unicorns and rainbows. Want to see the legends live together again for epic fitness. Ooh, Costco run. If we are you talking about doing, Mr. Burns, are you threatening me with a good time in a Costco run? Because I am down, sir. Oh, I'm down. Oh, I'm so down for the Costco run. Guys, bam. We may be having to go live from Costco. Whew. Who'd have thought? Who'd have thought? Oh boy. If Freeman were only here to see us now, coming out of the jungles, going to Costco, shopping with paper money or plastic cards rather than trading chickens for coconuts. If he could only see us now. The evolution has been great. We have gone from and I'm up. Walking later than normal. My schedule shifted lately, yeah. Lindsay said, we're about swapping from Sam's to Costco. Please influence us with your ways. Oh. Lindsay knows. Lindsay knows what's happening. Yes, I was a mere amoeba 3 hours ago, and now I am a walking Homo sapien. Mr. Nathaniel says Portuguese. Mr. Nathaniel is a well-versed man in his knowledge of languages, very linguistic, and I need to get back on Duolingo. Yes, but it's because I just came out of the jungle, and now I'm learning to speak. We should live stream this time. I agree. Us wild folk out there, yes, we got nomads, we got all sorts of stuff. We got just apish behavior. We got all that. I'm down. Look, I'm down. And I think if you guys let me get comfortable. Let me lean in. Let me get my Merv Griffin on like I'm on a talk show in the 70s without the cigarettes. If you guys haven't seen Mr. Burns go full perm kit on people in real time, you're missing out. I throw my hair back when I say that. I can flex that. I've seen the perm kit, the activator, the soul glow in real time out here just doing his bit. And it's dangerous. It's dangerous to look in the eyes of Nathaniel J. Burns. Those baby blues, they get real mellow. And that voice has a tone to it, and it gets real disarming. This is a dangerous man, folks. It's a dangerous full perm kit, cup size. Yes, up a cup size. Oh my gosh, yes. Bros, you kill me. Just come live together. So much more. Yes, when you go full perm kit and Mr. Burns, it's not even Riz. It's not even for the kids these days. Don't change the subject. We know what Portuguese is spoken in Brazil. We're talking about your perm kit, Mr. Burns. We're talking about you just relaxing people like coarse hair and a hot comb and just straightening it out. And then it just lays. Absolutely. Yeah. Lindsay, I'm telling you. It's a thing to see. And it comes out of nowhere because you don't expect it. You know, he's a chill guy anyways. But then there's this other level, like, did you just chloroform someone? He's just over there with the cloth and like looking like a spy in an old movie, and he's just sliding out, hey, it's nice to meet you. Ooh. And they're out, and it's over. It's a wrap. When Mr. Burns chloroforms somebody with that charming, disarming behavior, no shot. No shot. Spider said motion is lotion the other day, and it had an impact effect. Yeah, exactly. And who says motion is lotion? Only the smoothest of smooth operators would. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Rim shot impact. Tired of, yes. Yeah. We went out to eat with Aoife. Perm kitted the owner of the restaurant, the waitress, everybody. People are just falling out. You'd have thought there was a gas leak in the building. We walked in and he just slit. Nah. Walked over to Goodwill. Perm kit. Everyone, relaxer. Ah. You can't beat it. Can't beat the dude. Yes. And you know what? That's where we're gonna go next. So on the other channel, we go thrifty drip. We will go thrifty drip. Next, yeah, this time, Mr. Burns, we're not gonna shoot the videos. We're just gonna go live. Live thrifty drip. Trying on shirts, trying on figuring it out what it is that we're gonna get, but yes, live thrifty drip. I love the Goodwill. Yeah. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. No. Gotta get hate to though. We appreciate it. Yes. You are the realest, real recognized, real Lindsay. Hey, we had to throw in a little bit of the banter, a little bit of the good stuff in with it as well. See y'all tomorrow or tonight, whenever you are on next. Somebody says who would win in a fight? You are a gorilla. A gorilla? Absolutely. Do you know what a gorilla looks like? Whew. You know what a gorilla can do? There's no way. It says your mom. Savage. Parting shots from Lindsay. Oh man, I didn't even see the red dot on the person next to me. That's savage. That's savage. Oh. Oh yes. Lindsay, we will plan to do we'll definitely try to shoot for it tonight. Would love it. Have a great day, you and Mr. Spencer. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Mr. Burns, I don't know how long you will be at the hospital, but we would love if we can, yeah, we can make that happen. That would be awesome. I may have Aoife with me too, so anything's possible. It's possible. It's possible. Absolutely. Going live. Live from Costco. I wonder how that works. I feel like at some point somebody would complain. But I think sometimes when you present it pleasant enough, hopefully it's one of those things. You know, you can always assure people that, you know, it can always be edited out. So again, same thing like with that guy at the gym. I'm not mad at it, but I think it's strange that people are worried about being on somebody's social media live because it's just, I don't want to be on camera. But then you walk into a building like a Costco or a bank or a Walmart and there's cameras all over. You walk down the shampoo and deodorant aisle now, they show you that you are on camera. They show you that you're on camera. So, you know, it is what it is. We'll have a good time with it. Guys, we're at 19. Can we just break into the 20, into the double digits? No worries if we don't. Like I said, it's one of those things that we had a fantastic chat. We've been on for 3 hours now. Sharuk never came back. He said he'd be back in 10 minutes. That concept of time is like he's like frozen, like Han Solo or something. So, but he also said he had a headache. We're going. He can go home today. Nice. Okay. Well, let me know. Like, I mean, if you need to take the trip out to Pop's house or whatever it is, or if you're just seeing him out of the hospital, that's cool too. So just let me know what kind of time you're on, and we can go from there. Should know in a few hours. Sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plan. In a few hours, yeah, I'll probably definitely have IFA. So go out and enjoy the day. But I think we've had a fantastic stretch today, and if we don't get the 20, that's okay too, guys. I'm gonna check it out for today. I think we've done a huge dent in the social media sphere. Got your like, thank you, brother. There is the 20. I see the 20 now, so I don't know if that means that Lindsay and Jen would have seen 21 or some other number, but I see the 20 now. So awesome, and I think we're whittled down to just like a couple of us. So it's always a good time to jump out when it gets low like this. Mr. Burns, I will talk to you soon, and we'll talk soon, man. Much love to you. Thank you for jumping in. Lindsay was strong in the chat today. Jen was strong in the chat. We had a lot of good stuff. We had some trolls too, and we love those trolls. We love the trolls talking about go back to the jungle, all that good stuff. We love those trolls. John jumped right in and was able to kind of like steer it back. Hey, you know, we know what that joke means, but let's get back to what we're here for. That's the other thing that I really love about what we're building here is that we've got people that just will jump in and just know what we're here for. And the foolery, yes, it's tolerated for a small amount of time, but the pack has to correct the dog. So if you're going to join and you're going to be part of this hunt with us, you got to know like there's only so much room for that. And then it's like, okay, we're here for a cause, we're here for a reason. So had a lot of good stuff. New friend in New Zealand joined in the chat, and we had. All right, I want to go back over some of these names, but I think it cuts me off. Arnav was here, and Indri Halili. Definitely Jen. You know I got Jen. Tyler Lofthouse in the UK stopped by. Free guy, like I said, trolling. Was trying to troll hard. Tamir in Tennessee came through. Get Grizz Animations. We had a long kind of back and forth about, okay, it's cool to post your religious stuff, but we also are here for a specific reason. So let's try to kind of keep that in place. Brian, let us know next time you are coming up this way. That would be awesome. Mr. Burns got this Stark faces going on. Yeah, that's what it was. Definitely had some Stark face going on. And I want to say it was 27K was in. John is a real one. Yeah, and just like Lindsay, she addressed a lot of what Gekriz was trying to put in as far as like religious stuff, and it's cool. But the question is, are you supporting the channel? And so the question I had is, if you're going to post all these proverbs and things like that, do I get to go to your channel and post a bunch of fitness stuff? If we're gonna allow it, then have a swinging door. Support both ways, the way you want to be supported. So, but I also don't want to get petty with people either. I just want to make sure that they understand this channel is for a specific reason. And while we're building people, we also don't want to feel like people have to feel excluded based off of just a different sets of beliefs. What we should believe is hard work pays off, and that's what we're here to do. So we win each day by communicating effectively, and I think that's where we can go with this. So I'm gonna hop off, but Brian would definitely love to know next time you're in town. Mr. Burns, we will talk soon. Much love to everybody else. You know where to find us, and there's all sorts of information in the description. Subscriptions are free, so take one, give one. Don't let your friends find out that you have been just kind of having this fun without letting them know what's going on. I know I would want to know. So guys, I hope this finds everybody on your place pursuit of beginnings of total health and fitness. And we will see you possibly tonight, if not tomorrow, for the same thing. Tomorrow's going to be a quickie, though. Tomorrow and Sunday are quickie days. So HWPO, hard work pays off, and this is the Impact Athletics Association.